Rambo. Hello and welcome back to another video. This week we are at Lin Brook Carp Fishery. Obviously in the last video, if you haven't checked it out, go and check it out. Little haze. I managed to beat my blank, that's all I'm going to say. But yeah, I'm hoping there's going to be more of the same. Here we're on for 2 nights. I'm with Callum and Liam as well, which we will go through what they're doing. We're going to their swims and see what we're doing. If they catch anything, I'll show you. But yeah, Lin Brook Carp Fishery, 2 nights. It's looking good. And the weather is meant to be awesome all weekend. Right, well, the rods are out on the dance floor. I've got a solid bag and a margin down here. It's a real nice clean spot down there. It's like I dragged it back and it's like dragging it back on these stones like this, a shingle. Just in there, so I'll scoop some bait in there, put a solid bag in there with an OG Fish original wafter. Middle rod is also a solid bag. That's at just over 12 wraps towards that silver birch over there. And then the right hand rod is probably a rod length off it. It's on a little 3.5 foot zig. And then tonight I'm probably going to stick that on a Ronnie with a little pink OG Fish pop up. But that's the rods. I have spotted 7 spots over that spot, just over 12 wraps towards that silver birch. And I'll show you the spot mix in due course. But yeah, that's how I'm fishing, that's the rods. So it's lovely weather, but unfortunately, where we're positioned on the lake, the sun's just going in a bit and it's taking the edge off, but happy to be back at Lin Brook. And here we have a man that knows how to start a fire. We did ask, didn't we, if fires are approved at this location. And looks like someone's already burnt that. Be nice and dried out. Look at him. Bloody alky.
Nothing left by the end of it. Nothing left.
I've got nothing left. Look at this geezer running away. Like, as soon as I get the camera out, he's like, I ain't oh, right, yeah. You're going to water the plants, are you? He can't do it in his swim. He has to do it over near my swim, doesn't he? That's all part of the fun. We're going to have a good laugh the next couple of days. So even if the fishing doesn't go as well, because I am slightly worried. I mean, it is still February when we're actually here filming this. So, you know, this video won't be out in February. It'll be out later, of course. But it is still cold. Like, the water's still cold. And there was a guy in my swim that's been here for 2 nights in my swim and he hasn't had a beep. So that's not good. Shout out to Mark, by the way. Said he watches the vlogs. How else has it been fishing? Has it been fishing well? Did he say there was anything coming out? I think the guy on Peg 8's had a couple. Actually, the guy on Peg 8 is he makes videos. I saw him filming. I'll insert a clip here. Well, I've just stopped to let this guy do his little footage, his feature for his social media. I know exactly what it's like, mate. I know exactly what it's like. This is a clip here of him. Yeah, and I was barrowing down to my swim and I saw him filming and I stopped and he was like, oh, thanks for stopping, mate. And I was like, don't worry, mate, I know how it works. So yeah, telling him about my YouTube channel and that. But we was having a good old chinwag. You know him, Cal, don't you? Or know of him?
Yeah. Does the videography stuff for Carp Life.
The videography. Yeah, he had a mental camera. It was like, proper camera. He's a proper YouTuber, well, proper vlogger, proper whatever he does, I don't know.
His job.
That's his job, yeah. And then, did the guy say it's been fishing okay? Anything else has been coming out, or is it just that guy that's been catching?
Just that guy, I think.
Right, okay.
You're fishing pretty tough. I think they ain't done a fish for a while. So.
Fishing quite tough.
We'll see.
But we're trying different things, like I say, zigs, solid bags, and have you got any Liam's got a Ronnie on.
I've got one on the bottom.
You got one on the bottom.
One solid bag, one zig and one on the bottom.
And what are we ordering tonight?
Keskins, boys.
Keskins. If you haven't seen my last video, where Callum and I were up Lin Brook, it was the last time I was here actually. It was probably about a year ago.
Yeah, it was your birthday.
It was the same time. But yeah, I managed one fish, very nice looking fish. But yeah, we did have.
You might have to go to the lodge and get some proper lot. Oh, sorry.
We did have a Keskins takeaway. Shout out to Keskins, very nice. But yeah, we had a lot of meat sweats going on. It's not big, it's not clever, and not proud of it. But yeah, it's just so stunning here. And like I say, whatever happens, we're gonna have a few beers and a good time.
Yeah.
Right, well, I've got some OG fish, Parker baits, boilies, in the OG packaging as well. This is freezer baits, and I've basically just run them through the chopper, and I've got a small mesh bag here of chopped 18 mils. So I'm going to put them out. I've just tied up a stiff hinge rig as well. So if I make sure I put that somewhere where it's not going to get wet. So if I show you through this riglet, it's basically got an anti-tangle sleeve here. It's got a 6-inch boom with an ESP Ronnie clip on it. These are brilliant tungsten clips. They act as leads basically, and they just, or putty should I say. It just holds this 12mm OG fish pop up washed out pink. Just holds it up like that off the deck. So I'm going to bring in the zig, get the mesh bag on there and cast that out on the same spot. Right, so Callum's told me I need to go and have a look in his bivvy. So let's go and see what's happening in his bivvy. Here it is then. So what's different about your bivvy? You got the bigger one now.
It's the ever I always have. It's the XD.
The XD, which I think I can stand up in. No, I'm going to have a little go, see if I can stand up in your bivvy.
There's a light on top. Pin the light on.
I actually can stand up on your, I mean, my head is just touching the, how do I turn the light on?
There's a button on top.
Oh, there we go. Hee. But yeah, there you go. I can actually stand up in Callum's bivvy. And he was saying, does that thing go off?
What's
Is
that?
that Mozzie zapper?
What?
I don't know, it's glowing. Oh,
It's
gone
got,
off.
it's just
Yeah.
a battery light.
Let me know in the comments actually, guys. Do you use a ground sheet? Because apparently I'm a weirdo for never using a ground sheet. I just never use them.
For when it's wet and cold, you use a ground sheet.
Yeah, but so my opinion is, like, if you drop anything on the floor, like coffees, teas, any bait or anything, yeah, but then you have to then spend the next 2 nights with like coffee, like, oh no, it's just this wetness, isn't it? And when you're dragging in like wet boots and mud and everything, it's just, I don't want to be laying in somewhere that's all just like covered. Although that kind of goes against what I'm saying.
On the ground,
yeah,
it's covered in rat's piss.
Yeah, rat's piss.
Your swim is covered in rat's piss.
Well, just like last year, we are eating good. Look at this. This is a chicken burger with doner meat in it and cheese. Liam's got, what you got there, Liam? Kebab. Happy days. And Callum, I don't know what Callum's got over there. What's Callum got over there? Where is it? Over there. He's got one. He's got what I've got and cheesy chips, hasn't he? Yeah. Yeah, legend. Oh, look at that. Oh. Well, I thought this deserves a place on the vlog. Look at this. Hanky-panky dessert. Oh, I've just dropped my fork on the floor. Oh, no. No forking way. But yeah, this is like a ice cream cheesecake. Oh, it's lovely. I just had a beep on the middle rod. Come on, the carp. Right, well, the first night is done. Unfortunately, nothing to talk about. I had a couple of single beeps. Callum had a beep this morning on the middle rod, which is, I guess it's a promising sign. It's all you can take from that. But what is a promising sign is the guy in peg 8 who had a few carp out yesterday. He's actually had one this morning. And he reckons now sort of bite time. And just fishing down here before, when I caught one, it was this sort of time, just as the sun was coming up. It's absolutely beautiful, by the way. It's cold, but I've got an extra layer on my sleep system, and it was an absolute game changer. But we got the kettle on, a couple of biscuits on the go, and let's hopefully see what today can bring. in the form of a couple of carp would be nice. That's what we're hoping for. And of course, I'll bring you along today. And then we've got tonight, and then we're off tomorrow, 1 o'clock-ish. So I think we're going to go back out on some zigs today, just because the weather's, I think the sun's going to be up, so it might bring the carp up in the water. Unless we see anything otherwise. I mean, that guy's just had one off the bottom, so maybe, I don't know, what do you do? There she is. Callum's bringing the goods. Lovely. Happy days. Look at this. This apparently is revolutionary. This is the next best thing. What is this?
It's the Carp Life bivvy loop, mate. Never getting caught short again.
This is not sponsored, by the way. Come on, show us how it works. Don't actually show us how it works, but...
You put a bin bag in it, didn't you? You don't straight into it.
Wow, look at it. It's literally a carp toilet.
Get it on a bucket in the bivvy. Oh.
Mate, that's...
And
Let
I'm
me get the other
stone,
side.
so it's holding me all right. It's lovely, isn't it?
I just don't sit well with me.
It's hard to get your old chopper in.
Let me have a go here. I'll take the camera.
This is the best picture. Your feet don't touch the floor, this. My feet don't touch the ground.
Touch the ground, it feels like... Oh. Oh. I don't think I'd have enough space in my bivvy for this.
But you wouldn't, because you've got a tiny bivvy. But you don't have to use the big bucket. You can use a little bucket or just go on the floor.
But the thing is, it's collapsible, right? So I was saying, what happens if you do your business and then all of a sudden it just collapses and you end up in a real situation? Quite literally. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
It's a good bit of kit, mate.
It's a bit odd, isn't it? It's just not normal.
It's good.
Before anyone moans, my swim is literally there. So don't be moaning. I've got my receiver. But yeah, I'm just going to go over into Callum's swim. And we're just going to talk to Callum about where he's got his rods and how he's fishing. I did say I'd give you an update on how it's going, but I mean, I've got my Crocs on, so I wouldn't be no good in this swim. You're underwater, mate. So, oh, have you had a drop back on your right hand rod? So your right hand rod is on a
multi-combi rig.
Multi-combi rig.
And it's just
on a bottom bait.
Yeah.
Match the hatch or colour?
It's a hardened bottom bait with a little yellow topper. Yeah.
All right, and that is fake. That is.
So you see where the? Oh, it's going to sound stupid.
See the tree?
The tree that's coming out. Yeah. So you've got all the low cut bushes, and you've got the tree that's the first tree that comes out.
Yeah.
I've got one just along that margin.
In the middle.
6 foot of water.
6 foot, yeah.
And then where the fallen tree is, in about 8 foot of water.
That's the middle rod.
Yeah, solid bag.
Solid bag over there.
And then the left hand rod is out towards, what is that, peg 3? Peg 4?
Nah, it's peg 3, isn't it? You've got, that's one over there, isn't it?
No, towards that large tree, that makes it easier, doesn't it?
Oh, there, okay, yeah.
That's just on a hinge with a single on it.
Little pop-up?
Yeah, little pink pop-up. Yeah.
Lovely.
Days.
Any single beeps, any liners or?
I've had a liner on the middle rod this morning. What's on the solid bag.
Yeah. No signs of any fish moving down there?
Not really. I'm waiting for that sun to come round.
Yeah.
It's the last point that the actual sun hits. So.
But the beauty of it is you can actually get up round the side there, and you've been hand feeding, haven't you?
Yeah, just a bit of boilie crumb maggot, a little bit of hemp.
Nice.
It's like little bits, picky bits.
Happy days, mate.
Well, it's not doing me any good so far. But
well, we've still got over 24 hours, mate.
Definitely,
so
mate, definitely.
Happy
We'll
days.
have one between us. So
right,
we'll see.
I'm gonna go and bug Liam now. Right, now I'm just gonna head next door to Liam's swim, which again is very close to where I am fishing. So please do not worry. We've got pegs 9, 10, 11, and 12, and Liam's in his brolly there. He doesn't want to be on camera, so we won't show him, but I'll talk you through his rods and his swim. So here we go. This is Liam's swim here. I think he's fishing 3 rods on a sort of spread out spot towards those reeds over the far end there. I think he's got a spinner rig on the right hand rod for a little pop-up, and then 2 solid bags over the middle, bit of fake corn I think on one, and a wafter on another one. So yeah, nice old swim this. I don't know if you've seen my first video at Lin Brook, but I fished this swim and I caught just off the back of the island there. There's like a shallow plateau that goes around the back of the island. Peg 8's got that side of the island, but peg 9, oh no, this is peg 10 or 9? This is 10, isn't it? Oh yeah, so actually I wasn't in this swim, I was in the next swim along, and I caught that swim. You can access this sort of side of the island, and 8 goes to the other, that sort of side of the island, so you can fish the island from both sides of the swim there. But there's like a real shallow plateau that goes around the island. You've got to be careful with the bird life feeding on it. But yeah, I like this swim because you've got quite a bit of open space. You've got the sort of middle of the lake. I think Liam's fishing about 12 wraps. You got 12 wraps, haven't you? 12 wraps. I think he's going to try and push it to 14 because we saw some fish showing out in the middle a little bit further. But look at this, absolutely stunning. I mean, we are March now. This is the 1st of March. I can't get over this. Look at this, beautiful. Look at this, look. Breakfast beers.
What have we done?
What time is it?
9.
On the hard stuff already.
Right, let's have a look.
Unbelievable.
9:30.
How dare you enjoy life?
If you ain't drinking when you're fishing, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm going to join you in a minute, mate.
Good lad.
I'm going to get a black currant on the go.
Hard stuff.
Right, be there. Like I say, the guy in peg, oh, it's so sunny. I love it, it's beautiful. The guy in peg 8 is the one that's having the fish. He's having quite a few fish. He's got a real nice margin. A lot of the fish at this lake get caught in the margins. And if you can get a baiting pole in right in the margins, you usually do quite well. And he's obviously using that to full effect. I think since he's been here, he's had 8 fish now. I think he probably had 3 or 4 yesterday, 1 this morning. So he's fishing it really well. Definitely a good spot of angling over there. But yeah, it's just difficult. I mean, I don't have a real good margin here. I have got one in my margin. Let me show you quickly. So we are under a bit of water here, so my pod is sat back a little bit. Like I say, I am in Crocs. But yeah, that left-hand rod, I'm sure I've showed you this, but that left-hand rod has been fishing. You see the line coming up there into my margin here. So I've got a solid bag right in here. And the beauty of it is I can walk up here and hand feed across into there, but I don't like when people are walking up and down here. That's not ideal for the margin spot there. I've also got another margin spot here. Callum's swim is just behind those reeds there. But yeah, I've got 2 out on the spot about a rod length apart. There's 2 silver birches over there in almost like a V shape. I don't know how well you can pick that up on the camera, but right here there's like a V shape between 2 silver birches. I'm at 12 wraps there, and we've not seen a lot show. I mean, there's a white post out in the middle of the lake there, and we saw a couple show towards that white post yesterday, but it's not really our water. We can't get to it. But a quick update on today and what my plan is. I've sort of had a coffee and a couple of biscuits. I've been watching the water and I've been thinking about it, and I think I can't ignore going on a couple of zigs. I'm going to keep the solid bag in the margin in case the fish decide to sort of patrol the margins as it warms up a little bit. But yeah, I think I'm going to, same as yesterday, get the spod rod out. I haven't shown you the mix yet. Let me show you the mix. It's a real sort of like a mix of maize, hemp, maggot. I've got some worms as well. I'm going to chop up some worms and put them in the mix as well. But yeah, again, I'm going to spod at that spot that I'm on at the moment, and I'm going to fish 2 zigs over it, maybe a 3. I've got a 3 foot tied up from yesterday. I'll probably do a 5 foot one as well. Fish those 2 zigs throughout most of the day over that spot, and then as the sun sort of comes in tonight, I'll go back onto a solid bag and a stiff hinge again. That's the plan, but let me show you the mix. So yeah, here it is. We've got, like I say, a lot of particle in there this time of year. Small baits, maggot, corn, a little bit of hemp. Look at that, all carpy goodness. I've got some worms here that I need to chop up and get in the mix as well. If I can open the lid one-handed. The beauties of vlogging, eh? There we go. Where are they? They're in there somewhere. There we go. Got some worms in there. Chop them up, get them in the mix, and that would be a nice carpy breakfast. And I'm also going to add some of this to it as well. Parker Baits, the Source OG fish, which I believe is hard to come by these days. They've moved on to other liquids now, But if you haven't used Parker baits before, guys, go and check them out. parkerbaits.co.uk. If you haven't used them before and you do want to try them, if there's anything on there that you want to try out, or if there's anything that takes your fancy and you haven't ordered before, you can use code South Coast Angler at checkout and save yourself 10%. Oh bosh. Well, it's just gone 10:30. The boys are redoing their rods. Callum said he's going to fish hard today, do everything he can for a bite. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one on a zig. I was going to put two on a zig, but I can't get over the fact that Guy and Peg 8 is catching them off the bottom. He even had some during the day when it was like this yesterday off the bottom. So I'm going to leave the margin rod in, and then two on the spot. I'm going to put one, I'm going to leave one in a bag, and the other one I'm going to fish a 3.5 foot zig. But before I do that, I'm going to spom out some of that mix. Probably 5 to 7 spoms. We'll see how we go. And I'll do that before I reset the rods, just in case that does encourage a bite. Let's get some spoms out. Come on. And there we go, 6 spoms out on the spot. Now 6 might seem like a lot this time of year, it's still cold, but remember, it's not pellet and boilie I'm putting out there, it's little grains of hemp, obviously sweet corn and maggots as well. So there's a bit of a bed out there now, not a massive bed, just a nice thin layer spread across those 2 rods. And now before I redo my rods, I'm gonna leave those out there for another hour, because what I'm hoping is if I reel the rods in now and chuck them out now, of course they're reset, but I've just obviously put bait in over the top. So if the fish move in that within the next hour, I might get a pickup. So I'm going to leave the rods out there for another hour. I'm not spomming anymore. I will decide whatever happens during today. I will decide whether I spom more tonight. If I don't have any fish during the day today, I won't spom anymore tonight, because I know there's enough bait out there. But we'll see. If I have a couple, then I might spom a couple more. So we'll see what happens. I'm now going to get a scoop or 2 down in the margin. And again, I will reset that solid bag, but I'm going to leave it for an hour before I do so. Look at these 2 swanning around. Can't beat a dad joke, can you? But he is heading straight towards my left-hand spot. Excuse me, sir, or madam, can you please leave the swim? Thank you very much. No food here. Well, there is, but not for you. Not a care in the world. Oh no. Ah, they're all right. They're moving on. Oh, they're going to wipe Liam out. Liam, coming your way. Wow, if that ain't a flat spot coming up over there on my spot, I don't know what is. That is a very promising sign. Look at that. That is right over my spot. Is there fish moving over that? Hey, Callum zigs away. Happy days. Oh, mate, was it the swan?
Yeah.
Got his foot caught on it. Oh. Oh, that's annoying. I thought you were in then.
No.
Do you know, the thing is, I thought it wouldn't. I saw the swans, but I thought it wouldn't be them because they weren't like feeding down on your spot, were they? They've obviously caught it.
Oh.
I was literally just about to go, I'm getting 3 zigs on.
Yeah.
Ah, oh, gutted, mate. Ah, that's just harsh, isn't it? I thought he was in. Was all excited. Just what we wanted, and it was a swans. Ah, so annoying. Oh, well, a quick update. The fishing is very, very difficult. I mean, we've been here for over 24 hours now. 9 rods between us. And not a run. And also, the guys opposite us in 1, 2 and 3. Nothing. The guy in 5, nothing. And obviously 8's been catching, but he's had nothing today. He's had something this morning. Of course he had something this morning, which I told you guys about, but the actual daytime he's had nothing. So I think we're going to get takeaway again. Definitely going to enjoy a few beers tonight. And yeah, I'll let you know what we're getting for food. But actually, on that note, quickly, I've got some sausages on the go, so I thought I'd whip them up. They are Tesco finest. They're being smoked in the Ridge Monkey. They need turning again. But yeah, we're going to get some of these sausages down our neck. Enjoy a few beers, and I think we're going to get the fire going again. But yeah, it's the fish in front is a bit of a struggle. The light is slowly fading as we move into the evening, early evening. It's going down behind us. So with that, I'm going to take off the zig. I've been fishing that 3.5 foot zig all day. Again, nothing. And I'm going to get a orange mulberry pop-up on and chuck it out to that spot that the middle rod's on. Same again, just over 12 wraps towards that V in the silver birches. I spotted out earlier 6, 7 spots. I'm not going to spot any more out. Hopefully the fish move in on it tonight. Right, let's get this mulberry pop-up out. That's just the anti-tangle sleeve that slid down. There you go. Let's whip her out. The fire is dwindling away. We had it going quite well earlier, but it is dying down. Callum's gone to bed, and Liam and I are just about to turn in. But we ordered takeaway again. Callum had a pizza this time. I had a chicken sandwich with a bit of kebab on it again, which will be sat out here. Again, I don't know if you can see, but in the last video at Todburn, you could see all the stars and the planets aligned. I mean, I'm pointing the camera up at the sky now. I don't know if you can make out those stars. I can see it here, but I don't know if on the playback you'll be able to see it. But yeah, there's no clouds, it's super clear. I did see a shooting star a minute ago, but you can still see the planets. Now, like I said in my last video, I did show you Mars and a couple of the other planets. I don't know if you can... Oh, there it is. It's shining really bright. Can you see that? Mars there? I hope this comes out on the camera. You got Mars there, and the planets are lined up, aren't they? Because this week there's been that crazy thing going on. I believe that's another planet there. I can't remember if it's Jupiter or Saturn. I think you got Venus, but it's too far away, you can't see it. But yeah, nothing on the fishing front. We've just been sat around a fire, drinking beers, having a good old chat, and we've had a few tunes going on, singing a bit of music. I think we're going to turn in for the night, and hopefully bring you an update before the morning. But I must admit, it is fishing hard, and it's not looking promising. Right, well, there's the rods out for the night. Oh, I don't know if I've updated you as well. The left-hand rod, I've chucked a solid bag out towards the middle of the lake. I was fishing down in this margin, but obviously to no response. So I did just sort of like launch one out into the middle of the lake just randomly for the night. I might be tempted to stick it back down in the margin tomorrow if I've not had anything. The middle rod is on that solid bag over towards those silver birches like it's always been. And the right hand rod was on a zig, and I put on that orange mulberry Parker Baits pop-up like you guys saw with the stiff hinge rig on. But there we go. Peg 11, Lin Brook Carp Fishery. Has it got something else in store before we have to leave tomorrow? Say the temperature is dropping right down to -2 tonight. I think we've already got I don't know if you can see, there's a frost on. There's a bit of a frost on there, look. Yeah, it's very icy. But yeah, it's not helping with the fishing. But it is the 1st of March. That's going to keep burning. We're going to have to clean up that. We were told we can have a fire as long as we keep it off the ground. So I think we've got a bit of a clean-up job to do tomorrow. But that has kept us very warm. Like I say, -2. So yeah. Right, I'm going to get in the bed chair. And I'll see you guys either later with a fish, or more than likely, in the morning. Good morning. It is a real frosty one out there this morning. I think temperatures dropped to like -2 last night. It was very, very chilly. But I managed to get up early this morning. I'm back in the bed chair now. But I was up maybe 2 hours ago. And I was looking across the water. And the guy in peg 8 has managed to land another carp. So that's a positive sign that the carp are still feeding in this cold weather. But from what we've seen since we've been here, he's been the one doing all the fish. So that suggests that the fish are holding up down in that corner. Obviously, we're fishing the middle. Pegs 1 to 3, fishing towards the middle. Pegs 10, 11, and 12, fishing towards the middle. And none of us have had a bite. So, yeah, the fish must be holding up down in the corner, which is a shame, but it is what it is. We've still got a few hours to try and make something happen. You know, this sort of like morning period is known to be one of the bite times here. So we're off at 1, but we've still got a few hours to make something happen. I'm not going to touch the rods. I'm not going to put out any more bait. It's just a matter of time now. If something happens, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Well, I've just had the most action I've had since I've been here. I got 3 beeps on the middle rod. It pulled forward, the bottom pulled up, it went beep, then dropped back twice. Beep, beep. And I was just about getting ready to hit it, and it stopped. Oh, how annoying. Oh, look at that. And there were loads of birds over the spot. But it's deep enough out there, they weren't diving down, and that's a solid bag. I wouldn't be surprised if that rips off. But if it's going to do it, it needs to do it soon. Well, I really, really hope that something comes of that. if there's a fish down there feeding, I really do hope that it picks it up. Come on. Well, unfortunately, nothing came of that bite, but I've just had news. Callum is in. Go on, the boy. What is it? Oh. It's a bird. Mate, that sums up this session. Is it alright? Oh, it's just in the beak, that's alright. Do you want me to hold your rod? Hang on. I'll put the camera away, 1 sec. There we go. The bird is unharmed and about to be returned safely. God's sake. Is he off? Where is he? He's underwater?
Yeah, it's a diving bird.
Oh, is he?
He's off somewhere to pop up in it. You just had a look at his.
He swum off, is he?
Yeah. Oh.
Mate, when you said you were in, I was like, oh my God, finally, like.
So was I.
Callum, it hasn't come up yet.
It will do.
There
he is.
Oh, there he is. Oh, okay, cool. He looks alright.
Got in.
He's fine, mate, he's fine. Barbless hooks.
Oh, that's it, isn't it?
Oh, mate.
Oh. What the hell? You can't make this up, can you?
Well, Liam did just say he's never caught a bird before, so that is a PB. He's going to get a bucket.
Definitely not.
Oh, mate.
Look. Oh,
Got a chesty cough. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, let us know in the comments if you think he deserves a bucket.
Absolutely
For
not.
a PB. What bird was it?
I don't know. Is that a coot? I think it's a coot. The diving ones, isn't they?
Is it?
Or is it a tufty?
Imagine it was a cormorant. Or a swan. But yeah, obviously barbless hooks. He went underwater and he came back over there, so I think he's all right. Bit shaken up, I'd imagine, but I mean,
He nicked in his bottom of his bill.
Technically, you've caught.
I ain't blanking, son.
PB bird. It's been an absolute stunning morning, or a stunning couple of days actually. We've been spoilt with sun, but I am slowly loading the barrow. Liam's loading his barrow over there. Callum's starting to pack away. Been a bit of a tough session, mate, isn't it?
It has. Yeah.
It's not been fishing great, has it?
Only mate in the corners had countless bites, but
Yeah, they got
they're
peg
holding
8.
up, aren't they? Ain't done the lad before us ain't had a fish in 6 days. So. And no one else is having them, so we know we're not doing something wrong.
No, the only there's people in swim 1, 2, 3, 5. Someone's turned up in 7 now, but the only person that's been catching is that guy in peg 8. And he's been baiting poling right over into that margin, so they must be, like Callum said, holding up down under those trees.
It's good angling, like that.
Yeah, it's great angling, but it just means it's tough for the rest of us. Well,
they're holding up, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, you think it was what, -3 last night?
yeah, it's winter fishing, isn't it? It happens, doesn't it, mate? Winter fishing, my favourite.
We've got 3 jackets on, it's that cold still. We're in the
Yeah.
corner that hasn't got any sun.
Yeah, with the sun. No, you're in the corner that hasn't got any sun.
Otherwise I'm soaking wet.
Bivvy's still like wet through. I mean, it's in the shade, but I did have sun on mine. But Liam's got the most sun up there.
But we're going to get a live bite right now. No, it's not.
Imagine one just rips off now. There's still a chance. I mean, we've still got a couple of hours. There's still a chance. It's not looking likely, I'm going to be honest, but yeah, like I say, it's been a good social. It's been a bloody tough session. But we knew, you know, it's winter fishing. It happens, you know. But yeah, I'm just so glad that I caught at Little Hayes, because if I didn't, I'd be crying right now.
I'm in Thailand and I'm about to get...
Well, that is it. Last rod is about to be reeled in. Everything else is packed away. Callum's barrowing past. Liam's packed away. And it's been a bloody tough session. But again, look, I know I keep saying it, but you cannot ask for better weather this time of year. It's chilly at night, but the days are absolutely stunning, and it's just a stunning venue. I love it here, and I'll definitely be back. But unfortunately, this is the first time that I've actually blanked here. So I've fished here 3 times now. I've caught off a peg 8 towards the island. I've caught off a peg 9 towards the island. And unfortunately, peg 11, there was no island. So it's done me. But yeah, it's a shame. I mean, the baits have come back in absolutely fine, untouched. So there's nothing wrong with that. The rigs were presented. We had solid bags. I tried the margin. I tried 2 on a spot. I tried a zig. I tried pub chucking one towards the middle of the lake where the fish were showing. So I'm happy with what I've done. I wouldn't really change. There's only one thing I would change if I was to come here again and do that session again. I would just, with a solid bag, the one that I pub chucked out into the middle, maybe every sort of 2 or 3 hours, I'd just chuck it in a new place just to see if I could try and find a fish. But on the flip side of that, I'd be then smashing up the swim, wouldn't I, every 2 or 3 hours? So I don't know. I'm not too disappointed with the way it's gone. It's just winter fishing, you know, and you can't catch every time, especially in the winter when it's cold and the carp are dormant. So it's one of them, innit? It's just one of them. I've just been editing the vlog back in the garden, and I didn't realise that I didn't actually end the video. So that was the end of the video. Just before I go, take a look at this. The sun is shining. I've cleaned the barbecue off, and look. Got some sausages on the go. They're burning, look. It's because I've been editing my video. When I edit these videos back, I realise I start every new clip with right or well. So I'm going to try and get better at it than that. But yeah, there we go. That is the end of the video. So thank you for watching. I know it was a long one. I tried to trim it down. There's a lot of waffling, but remember, these videos aren't necessarily fishing videos. They're more vlogs, okay? I know obviously they're fishing videos, but they're vlogs. So on that note, actually, I've got a vlogging channel where I go and do like adventures, days out, holidays, things like that. Any sort of like lifestyle trips or adventures. I actually post on another YouTube channel that I've got called Escape with Aaron. So I'll leave that on the bottom of the screen now. Check it out if you want to see other stuff rather than fishing. That's why I keep it separate. Because I know some people want to see sort of adventures and like vloggy kind of things, like where I actually go and do things. And other people just want to watch the fishing. So I appreciate everyone that supports, likes, subscribes, and just watches these videos. I really do appreciate it. So thank you very much. I will see you in the next one. Bish, bash, bosh. Come on the carp.
Thank you for watching The South Coast Angler. Please like and subscribe.